and welcome to Delightful, Delicious, Delovely. My name is Christine Elise, and today I'm going to be making a vegan cold soba noodle salad with brown sugar, tofu, and chili oil. You may notice behind me I have purchased a stand-up fan. That's my son Dexter in the background. But this is a stand-up fan that I need to keep me cool because it's hot as fuck out there, and cooking on this show in the heat has been problematic. So anyway, I'm starting with, we're going to start with half a cup of oil. You can use any kind of oil really, vegetable oil, whatever. I never buy vegetable oil. This is avocado oil. I really don't know what the difference is if this comes from avocados. I don't know what the health benefits and drawbacks are of it, but it looks like olive oil. It's a nice pretty green. I'm going to heat that up, and I'm going to add to it, I'm going to add some star anise. I'm going to add 3 star anise. They look like little stars, but I'm going to put, actually I have 4, I have 3, what amounts to 3 in here. As that gets hot, where's my spatula? I'm going to let that get hot. When they start bubbling a little bit, I'm going to add other ingredients. This is making more oil than you'll need for this particular one salad, so you're going to have a little bit of extra in the fridge that you can use and toss with other noodle dishes if you care to. Oops, there's a string. Alrighty, I'm going to add, this is 3 scallions that I cut up. And I'm going to add the equivalent of 2 garlic cloves. I'm going to actually add those last because garlic tends to burn and it's sensitive. I'm going to add the equivalent of a tablespoon of fresh ginger. I like to buy my ginger in these jars already crushed up and ready to go because it's a lot more user-friendly. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of crushed red pepper. Ouch. Ooh, it's popping. I'll turn this down a little bit. Ooh-wee. Alrighty. And now I'm going to add the garlic. Ooh, my God, it's making a big mess. I hate when it makes a mess. I'm adding more garlic. That's probably 4 garlic cloves equivalent. Alright. And basically I just want all the things that are in there, the spices and the scallion, etc., to release their flavors into that oil. And then I'm going to let that oil cool. By the way, I've said this before, I'll say it again. It's a great little tip. I love it. I've never ceased to be satisfied by doing it. When I use scallions, I always save the end with the little roots on them like that. And then I stick them in a glass of water, and I put this glass with the end sticking out about an inch in a window, in a sunny window. And in a couple of days, they sprout up longer, and you can plant them in some dirt, and you end up having scallions, recycled scallions growing in your yard or your window box or whatever the fuck you have going on. All right. So, it smells really good. All right. Okay, I'm going to put this in a bowl. Once these scallions turn a little bit more brown, I'm going to put them in a bowl and let it cool. While that's going on, I will prepare the rest of the stuff that I need to continue this recipe for you, and I shall return. Okay, I'm back. And now I'm going to heat up a tablespoon of sesame oil. I like to use sesame oil as often as possible because of all the oils. I find it the most flavorful. It seems to add something besides just fat to a dish, which is a good thing in my book. Now I'm going to add about, this is probably just under a pound of this pressed tofu, pressed bean curd that I bought at a Thai market nearby my house called Bang Luck, my favorite market. I just cubed it up. You could use regular tofu, you could use another meat replacement, you could use like a Beyond Meat chicken or some other whatever product you have locally that you like to use as basically a protein source. Before I add it though, I'm going to add to that oil, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, which I just sort of eyeball. Call it 1.5, it's about 2. And about half a teaspoon of salt and pepper. Where's my pepper? Oh, I don't have any. So I'm going to grind some pepper up here. Okay. And then I'm just going to toss this tofu in there. Whoops. I just basically want to caramelize some of this brown sugar onto the tofu. You can do this on sort of a high heat because you want the sugar to caramelize, as I said. Hopefully I won't get in any trouble for this dish. I seem to get in trouble primarily with other vegans all the time for using the wrong terminology, or somebody's got something to say about everything. I made a dish recently. What one was it that I got yelled at for? I used regular, oh I know, it was the pickles. Somebody was mad at me because I didn't use apple cider vinegar and I just used white vinegar, and they were upset because white vinegar isn't fermented and has no probiotic qualities, and so I got yelled at for that. I feel like no matter what you do, somebody out there is going to be disappointed in you, so I've had to learn to try to tune it out, which isn't that easy because I'm sort of excited about the show and I'm excited to get feedback. And true to form, most people that want to give feedback are really motivated to be negative. People that are happy don't sit down to the typewriter and start typing out comments, so I'm not for the most part. Anyway, when this sort of gets a little bit caramelized, I will put it on a plate to rest while I cut up some of the vegetables. The vegetables that we're going to be using, or I'm going to be using, I say we like I'm the queen of fucking England here. The royal we will be cutting up four radishes and some cucumber and what else? Red cabbage and maybe some carrots. I don't know. We'll get to that in a second. But I use soba noodles. You could use spaghetti. It doesn't matter at all. I use soba. I use these green tea soba noodles. They have a pretty nice sage green color to them. I already cooked them. I boiled them and I drained them in the sink in cold water to stop their cooking. And I tasted one naked, and I have to say I was disappointed that it had no actual green tea flavor to it. I was kind of hoping it would have a subtle sense, flavor of green tea. They do not. So that said, I don't see why you couldn't just use just a bullshit package of $1 a pound spaghetti from your local market. I also discovered that people are under the impression that dry pasta is not vegan. I would say the vast majority of it is. It's only the egg noodles that aren't vegan. I think if you check on virtually every regular pasta box and look at the ingredients, it's semolina flour, sometimes salt, sometimes some maybe preservatives or something, but nothing that would qualify as not vegan. Also, if you're like me and you're a vegan with a sense of humor, there's a really great vegan page on Facebook called Vegans Trolling Other Vegans. And it's my tribe. I found my tribe because I had made a joke here one time on this show where I said the way to a man's heart is his stomach. Unless he is vegan, then it's through his vagina. I happened to find that joke funny, and then I saw somebody else posted it on Vegans Trolling Other Vegans, so I was happy. It's nice to have a little sense of humor, not only about the world, but about oneself. I'm going to give you a look at what these things are looking like now. They're looking pretty good. Yeah, this looks great. So I'm going to put these on a paper towel to drain. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Now I'm going to take approximately 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. I'll call that 1. Call that 2. 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Call that 1. Call that 2. 2 tablespoons of a low sodium soy sauce. Call that 1. Call that 2. And 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. 1, 2. I think you'll find that so many of these Asian dishes that I make have really vastly overlapping ingredients. It really comes down to brown sugar and soy sauce and rice vinegar most of the time. And sesame oil. Okay, so I'm whisking that together. Basically just to break up the brown sugar. All right. Now, here are my green tea soba noodles. This is absolutely enough for 2 people. It was this, I think, a 7.5 ounce packet or something. Maybe more people, depending on your appetites. I'm going to add this to it and toss it around. Oh, it smells really good already. These are cold. These noodles are room temperature, actually. And now I'm going to add, here's my drained brown sugar tofu, which I've tasted, and it's really, really, really good. Toss that in there. And this stuff is this is all up to you. I used, this pressed tofu. You could use, I said, you could just skip any kind of a protein and just do it with vegetables. You could do anything you want, though. But here's what I have. I have got, basically, this is about half of a cucumber. This is 2 really big radishes. I'm going to keep some aside so I can garnish with pieces later. This is about 1/4 of a red bell pepper that I diced up. And really, the reason I'm using these particular things is this is what I had in my vegetable bin that needed to be used before it went bad. I had 2 more sliced up fresh scallions, and I have about, a little 2-inch wedge of purple cabbage diced up. I'm going to toss this. You can, really, again, any vegetables would work in this. You could use cauliflower, you could use broccoli, snow peas, edamame. Really, anything goes in this. I'm going to add a little cilantro. Just going to pick it right off here, put it in. And that's kind of it. You could top it with some crushed peanuts if you liked. A couple of, cashews, or just regular peanuts, roasted or raw, or whatever the hell you prefer. And I also have this really expensive container of, where'd it go? Oh, hold on. This like $5 container of micro arugula. I love it because it's really spicy, actually, and really pretty. So it'll be a great garnish. It costs $5 at Gelson's. Gelson's is kind of a scandal. And that's it. This is fini. Nice, cool. So you can also squeeze a little bit of lime on there. And that's it. I'm not going to. And some sesame seeds. You can garnish it with sesame seeds, black ones, white ones, toasted ones, whatever suits your fancy. And that is it. That is my cold soba noodle salad with brown sugar, tofu, and chili oil. Oh, I didn't have the chili oil. Shoot. Here it is, over here. There's a whole step I didn't even include. This is a lot. I'm only going to drizzle, let's see, probably what amounts to 2 tablespoons. My God, I believe I almost forgot the primary ingredient. Thank goodness I repeated the name of the dish, or I would have forgotten it completely. Toss it again. And now we are finished. There's a lot more of that chili oil. It would stay good in the fridge for, I would imagine, a week. I mean, there's nothing in there. Maybe not a week, but I bet it does go a week, and that's that. My name is Christine Elise. This is Delightful, Delicious, Delovely. This is now my cold soba noodle salad with brown sugar, tofu, and chili oil. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, thanks for coming. Please subscribe, and if you hit the subscribe box, please click the little bell next to it, and you can get notifications when my new videos come out. And that is that. My Twitter handle, my Instagram handle, it's all right here for you. Typically, there's links in the information box below that go directly to my blog, delightfuldeliciousdelovely.com. So there's a printable version of the recipe, every recipe really, except for maybe 2, on my blog. So there. Thanks again. Till next time. Bye.